Hello and welcome again to my drumming. This is part 7 today, and what we're going to do is look at a fantastic song to play. It's Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. There is loads of good bits in this song that when you're playing along to the song and you nail it exactly, it just sounds so good. It's so much fun to play. So there are a lot of effects in this song which aren't quite drums. So some of the bits that I've done right at the beginning of the song, there's a hand clap intro which is 16 times. So rather than clapping my hands, I'm just gonna hit the snare drum because that's just as good, I think, to play through. There's lots of other bits thrown in here and there with things that we've covered already in previous videos, some new things. So as normal, we'll run through the individual beats in the song and then we'll play it through from start to finish. So the beats that we've got in this, we've probably covered everything before. I don't think there's many new beats. So just looking at them, as I mentioned before, the hand clap at the beginning, if you're counting through 1, 2, 3, 4, the hand clap, or the snare drum as I'm going to play it, comes on beat 3. So it is just literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Straightforward, simple as that. So that happens 16 times. Then it goes into the main beat. Now this beat is the driving beat throughout the song. It goes through most of the song. And it's a 4 count with bass drum coming in on 1 and the 3, snare drum coming in on the 3, and after you play it 4 times, the hi-hat comes in at the beginning of every 5th bar, effectively. So play 4 bars, then it comes in right at the beginning of bar 5, play another 4, right at the beginning of bar 9. So it sounds like this. Now, my hi-hat isn't quite as accurate. It sounds like I've hit it twice because there's other drums playing, but hopefully you get the idea of how it should sound. Now the next beat to look at coming in this song is just the bass drum being played on its own. So the pattern throughout the song with the bass drum on the 1 and the 3 and the snare drum on the 3, this is no snare drum, no hi-hat, just the bass drum going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as that drives through, that's played about 8 times, and then the snare drum comes in on beats 1, 2, 3 and 4. So it sounds like this. So very, very similar to the beat that we were previously doing, but instead of the hi-hat, the snare is played. So this is the beat through the song. Now the song doesn't actually go how I've just played that, but it's just to demonstrate the driving beat on the hi-hat throughout some of the song, or the snare drum. Same thing really, if you can play one, you can play the other. Now after we've played through the bits that we've covered before in the video, there's a couple of parts where there's just a snare drum or a snare drum and a bass drum just before the rest of the song then comes in, and I'm not going to spend too much time covering them, or any time covering them, because you'll see them in the music and you'll also be able to pick them up hopefully from listening to the song yourself. But there's a really nice drum pattern followed by a fill a few times, and what I'll do, I'll just play that now so you can hear it. The drum pattern is still the 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's played through 7 times with the hi-hat on the 5th bar, and then after it's played there's 3 quavers on the snare drum, so 1 and 2 and 3 and. So it sounds like this. After that's played, it's then repeated again a few times, and you'll recognise it as soon as you hear the song immediately and think, that's how it's played. It's this. Now I'm not going to bother trying to sing Don't Believe Me, Just Watch, because I'm no Bruno Mars and I can't sing, so we'll leave that bit out of the video. You don't want the annoyance or terror of having to put up with that. The next bit of the song is things we've covered before again in previous videos, with snare drum and bass drum taking it in turns to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So fairly straightforward, that you should be able to pick up from other things that we've covered already. And then the end of the song is slightly different, because instead of doing the beat that we've covered a few times for this video, the hi-hat comes in on the ride cymbal instead, but it's only on beat 2 and 4. Okay, so if you imagine it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The bass drum comes in on beat 1, and then there's another snare drum beat on the 4 and. Okay, so not the 4, just the 4 and. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, then there's 3 different fills at the end of the song. They're 2 bars each, and again you'll recognise it in the song because the brass section's coming in, and it's a 7 count, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, da-da, like that. Okay, and I'll rush through that fairly quickly, but it's a straight count. Instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the hi-hat, it's snare drum and bass drum at the same time. But instead of the straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it's almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 8. So there's a slight delay before it comes in. The next one round is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's a da 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 on the snare drum. So again, you hear it in the song, that's the middle one. And then the very final bit is at the very end of the song, and it's something like, in fact I think that's it. I think that's it. So it's on the music to the video, which you can now see. So this is the whole song all the way through now. This is Uptown Funk by Bruno Mars. Join in, play along, hopefully enjoy it. That was alright, I think. There was a couple of bits that I know I missed. I think I missed in one part of the song, which I didn't mention earlier. Just about 3/4 of the way through, there's just a part, which I think I was ready to come in with the main rhythm on, so I might have covered that okay. And I think I maybe threw in a couple of extra bass drum beats, but hopefully it's enough to show you how to play the song, and hopefully you can get it right where I got it wrong. So hopefully the video was good, you enjoyed it. Thanks very much. I'll see you in part 8. Cheers.